Hi, greetings from Guatemala. It is I, Mr. Light. Hope you all are doing very, very well. Today for writing, we're going to start off a little different. What I want you to do, you can close your eyes, you can have them open, but what I want you to do is I want you to imagine. And I want you to call forth from your memory a place you love, like your house, or a place you've been to a lot. It could be the school. And what I want you to do is I'm going to have you imagine different things happening in different parts of the room or of your house. Okay, so for me, example, I'm thinking about my house. When I open the side door, the very first thing that's in there is a kitchen. Okay, and what I'm going to imagine in my kitchen is someone thinking. Now, the trick is you can make it silly if you wanted to. I'm not going to make it silly. I could make it a bear thinking. What would a bear look like thinking? And I'm going to say, hey, how you doing, bear? And he's like, I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, cool. And then after the kitchen, I walk a little bit, and there's the place where we eat. And I see what do I see? I see a bird flying around, crazy. And I'll be like, "What's up, bird?" And the bird's gonna be like, "Action." I'm like, okay, cool. Your action, got it. And then I'm gonna turn my head to the right, and I see my living room area where there's a couch. And in the living room area, I see a giant porcupine with quills, and it's all very detailed. It's a very detailed porcupine. I can see the wrinkles and everything's blown up. It's huge. It's enormous. And I'm like, hey, porcupine, what's going on? And he's like, I'm the biggest porcupine there is. So you can see me better. I'm very, very detailed. You're like, oh, okay, cool. And you're wondering, what on earth does this have to do with our writing? Well, I'm going to tell you. There's 4 things. I know I only did 3, but I also was doing a 4th thing. There, sorry, I get confused. In the kitchen, that bear was deep in thought, so that's internal thinking. In the dining area was a bird zooming around, that's action. In the other room was the porcupine, it was enormous. I could see all the details, I could see very specific things. And I was talking to all of them, so that's conversation. So these are 4 things that we need to have in our writing. And really good writing has about the same amount of each. So in a whole piece, you think, if you know your fractions or your percentages, that's 25%. So 25% of a whole piece is either internal thinking, action, detail, or conversation. All right, so what you're looking at here, and you should have a copy, is a certified 5th grade writing piece called Big Sister. And what I'm going to have you do, I'll model this a couple things, is I want you to read through it, and I want you to think to yourself, is this dialogue, conversation? Is it internal thinking? Is it action, or is it description? So let's see. It should be something. Hurry up, you guys, you'll be late for school. That's right out of the gate. That is description. So I'm going to make my life easier here, and I'm just going to highlight. If you have highlighters on you, great. You don't go get any. Please don't. So I'm going to make that yellow. Actually, I guess that could have been this whole thing. Or called mom. Maybe that's an action. Does it matter? I don't know. Called mom. No, I'd say that's part of the dialogue. Okay, and then let's look at the second sentence. We ran downstairs and ate our breakfast. That seems like action. It's not really describing anything. That's action. Boom, green. I was eating my favorite very sweet cereal, and Sarah was having eggs. Well, that is describing if I've ever seen it. Or no. When I got up to wash my bowl, Mom said, you know you need to be careful today when you're walking Sarah to school. It's your job to make sure she gets there okay. Then she gave me a very serious look. When I got up to wash my bowl, there's some action there. Now, I'm wondering, so what was my action that was green? If she described the bowl, would that be action and description? I think it would be. And then we said some dialogue. Okay, so what did I do? I read the sentence. I thought about it. I'm like, is this one of those 4? Okay, which 4 is this? Is this the bear thinking? Internal dialogue. Is this the bird flying around? Is it action? Is it a giant porcupine? Is it detail? Or is it what I was doing with them? Conversing, was a conversation or dialogue. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to pause this and do the work that I've asked you to do. Read the whole thing. Work with your partner. It's all good. Do it. Highlight the whole thing. Everything should be 4 different colors, or underlined and circled and starred, however you see fit to do so. Enjoy. Pause it and then unpause it after everyone's done. Maybe like 3 minutes? 4? 8? No. 4. 4 minutes. Okay. All right, we're back. Hopefully you had a nice conversation. Now you have a piece of writing that you can look from and get inspired from, and to keep in mind, you need those 4 things when you're writing. So today and every day, make sure you have those 4 things in your writing. Okay? Internal thinking, dialogue, action, and detail. So today, you have some options. You hopefully have a piece that you chose and that you wrote about yesterday. I don't want these pieces more than 1.5 pages to 2 pages. That's it. No more. So you might be starting to revise that, looking at these 4 things. You might be finishing it. Maybe you're like, I hated that idea. I want to do a new one. That's cool too. Ciao.